Now, Taiwan says it has not been notified of any pause in the U.S. arms deal worth $14 billion, and this comes after reports that Washington was considering to postpone the planned arms deal to the island. Now, earlier, the U.S. Navy's Secretary Hong Chow had told a Senate committee in Washington that some foreign military sales were being delayed to ensure the American military had enough ammunition for the Iran war. The Secretary did not give a timeline for the resumption of arms sales to Taiwan, saying that the Trump administration will resume arms sales when it deems them necessary. Now, the pause on the arms sale to Taiwan has come just days after the Chinese President Xi Jinping underlined Taiwan as the biggest issue in China-US relations during the two-day summit with Trump in Beijing. Xi had said that the two countries will in fact clash if Taiwan issue is not resolved. The arms sales to Taiwan were amongst the top items on the agenda of the summit, and Trump had said that he will discuss this issue with Xi Jinping. The decision to pause the arms sales to Taiwan marks a significant departure from over 4 decades of U.S. policy towards Taiwan. For the last half-century, successive U.S. administrations have maintained a pretty ambiguous stance. While Washington recognizes the one China policy, it has always supplied arms and ammunition to Taipei and has bolstered its defenses. Washington opposes any unilateral changes to the status quo and supports Taiwan's self-defense. Now, the arms sales are at the core of the U.S.-Taiwan ties, and according to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, 77% of major conventional arms imported by Taiwan between 1979 to 2020 were of U.S. origin. By the end of his first term in 2020, Trump had notified the Congress of over $18 billion in terms of foreign military sales to Taiwan. And last December, the Trump administration had announced a $10 billion arms package, but the $14 billion package announced this year was awaiting Trump's approval for months. And that package has now been put on hold. The TVBS's correspondent Dimitri Briss has sent us this report from Taipei. Listen in.
Taiwan's government says it hasn't received any official word that a $14 billion arms sale is on hold. But here is the problem. U.S. officials are already explaining why it is. Acting Navy Secretary Hong Chow told senators the pause is about preserving munitions for the Iran war, what the Pentagon calls Operation Epic Fury. President Trump, however, told Fox News last week the sale could be a negotiating chip with China. So which is it? Logistics or leverage? Taiwan's Premier Zhou Zhongtai acknowledged the confusion in the afternoon in Parliament, but urged caution, noting that other U.S. statements still support the sale. Meanwhile, Senator Mitch McConnell called the administration's answer distressing, a rare rebuke for a senior Republican. For now, Taipei is left parsing signals, waiting for clarity that hasn't come. This is Dimitri Briss in Taipei for TVBS World Taiwan.